Hi, so this is a little video about all the things that we learned while cycling on our cycling tour from Frankfurt to south of France with the intention of going to Spain, but then not ending up there. First thing we learned is that make experience, not miles. It's just really not a good idea to have a daily goal over a prolonged period of time and to have a final destination that you really want to end up with. We super really wanted to get to our place in Spain, but it was kind of like we wanted to go there, and then we were like, oh, but we need to make 90 kilometers a day or something. That's just bullshit. If you do, I don't know, maybe you're different, but we found out that that's really not our thing. And for our next bicycle trip, what we'll do is just go to an area that we like, that we think is lovely, that is nice, that is interesting, and spend some time there and do as many kilometers during a day that we want, but not having to be wanting desperately, not even desperately, but wanting to be at a certain place at a certain time. That makes no sense. Another thing that we learned is that cycling is really fun. We love it. It's just great. You move, and what's so lovely about this flow in a bicycle is you cycle, you pedal, and with every pedal that you pedal, you realize you're going forward. You get immediate feedback for your efforts. You see a lot. Just beautiful. So I can recommend this to anyone who's halfway fit. That's another thing that I learned. My preparation really paid off. I didn't have any trouble with my legs. I had a little trouble with my arms. So that's another thing I learned while bicycling. It's not just the legs, it's the arms, and it's especially how you have your hands on the handlebar. What I found out is the best way to hold my hands or to find the exact right position is have the handlebars a little bit loose, not the handlebars, but the kind of the padding around it. I don't know what that's in English. So that I could adjust it during the day to find the perfect position that wouldn't hurt my hands or my neck or my shoulders. Another thing we learned, and we'll do a little video about, is couple of gear items that we really loved. We bought this lovely or very small cooler from, I think, just from Decathlon to fit in one of our front panniers. That was a really good investment. We even were able to load or freeze a little cooler item at the campground, so we could keep our butter and cheese and just stuff that needs to be kept cool during the day in the front pannier. I think otherwise we just have a lot of molten cheese and really yucky gooey stuff. We loved our bikes, so we had a local bike store in Darmstadt, Kukuma, create bikes exactly for us that were fitted to us, and that was so worth it. I didn't have any trouble seating, saddle sores or anything. Arnulf had a little bit, but it really paid off to have bicycles that were exactly made to our specifications. So thank you, Kukuma guys, that was absolutely brilliant. Another piece of gear that we really liked is a very cheapo Chinese-made blue water bag of 5 liters, because even having 1 liter and 50 in our bottles wasn't enough during the heat. That's another thing we learned. It's absolutely no use trying to bike in 35-degree sunshine and ugh. So what we did is get up very early in the morning and cycled until we just could no longer bear it, and I think that's the best solution. Our next bike trips are going to be north in summer and south in winter or fall. Ta-da! Easy solution. The thing we learned is about the Eurovelo biking roads in Europe. We went down Eurovelo, the Rhine route, and then Eurovelo 6, and what we found is that these are really nice roads, not a lot of traffic, lots of individual bike lanes, but the downside of that is that you don't really get to see a lot of the towns, and if you have to do shopping, you really have to make a detour into a town, or if you're going to stay at a hotel or a campground, you have to there is going to be a detour, so you can't just plan with the Eurovelo biking routes. You have to see, okay, so where are we now, and where are we going to end up, and where are we going to do our shopping, and these kinds of things. All in all, we super loved this trip. We encourage anyone to do the same. So if you have any questions, ask them in the comments. We realize we're just at the beginning of learning how to do this. So we're by no means experts, but if you're like us, we're both in mid-50s. So if you're like us and a little bit adventurous, we would love to hear your comments. Thank you. Bye-bye.